When I tell you that I did not recognize myself when I looked in the mirror, I really mean that from like the depths of my core. I'm talking about postpartum body image. Let me just tell you, seeing my body change in such a drastic, crazy way that I felt like I had no control over was shocking to me. Absolutely shocking. I mean, I had always been really, really thin. No matter what I ate, no matter what I did, I was always very thin. So when I got pregnant, I was never ever even worried about how much weight I would gain because I was just used to being a certain way my entire life and not being able to put on weight no matter how much I ate or how much I tried to put on weight. I just like couldn't do it. So when I got pregnant, by the end of my pregnancy, I had gained over 60 pounds. And for me, that was a lot. I was shocked when I looked in the mirror. It's your first time being pregnant. You don't know what to expect. You are used to seeing your body a certain type of way, and you correlate that with like your identity. When you look in the mirror, what you see, that's part of your identity. It's like everything you knew about who you were before you had your kid it's like no more. That completely disappeared. That version of myself, she was gone the second my daughter was born. So I had my daughter and I had like 20 pounds left over that just kind of stuck and never went away. But then I got pregnant with my second baby. I had started that pregnancy 20 pounds heavier than I was when I got pregnant with my first baby. So I was already like really worried about the body change that was going to happen this time around. So the second time around, not only did I gain 60, 70-ish pounds, but I also developed crazy stretch marks. I mean, they were on my belly, on my hips. I had them down my legs, which I did not even know was a thing. Stretch marks don't just go away, you know, those stay with you forever, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist, okay? So not only did I have all of this extra weight, but I also had stretch marks all over my body in places I didn't even know that you could get stretch marks. Postpartum is the craziest period of time that I feel a woman can experience. Your body is experiencing this crazy drop in hormones. You are sleep deprived. Now you're in this new role as a mother. You're a mom now. You got to relearn yourself all over again. And like on top of all of that, your body looks completely different. So a few months after my son was born, I got on an antidepressant, sertraline, for postpartum depression. I started noticing that my body was changing drastically after I started the antidepressant. It had already changed a lot just because I had a baby, but then I started this antidepressant and I started gaining a ton of weight, like a ton of weight. My face shape changed and it's still like not the same as it was before. I had kind of a moon face going on, to be honest with you. I gained a shitload of weight and I was on sertraline for, I think it was like 9 months, 8 or 9 months or something like that. And I started at 50 milligrams. I ended up going up to 100 milligrams and then I slowly tapered off because I just was not, now that I know what I know, and I'm not saying this to ever, I am not discouraging you to try antidepressants. I probably could have and should have tried a different one, but I was breastfeeding also, so that's a whole another layer. Like you only have certain antidepressants you can take if you're breastfeeding. I think my body had a really terrible reaction to it. It's almost like my body became super inflamed. I had like a crazy inflammation response. I had like a crazy immune response to it or something. And my body just felt puffy. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think that that was a good medication for me because I feel like my body just had a really bad reaction to it and I'm still slowly like trying to get back to normal from that. And not only the medication, but postpartum as well. When you have a baby, it's like every single part of your life changes. Your body changes. You have to stop going to work for at least a period of time. A lot of us become stay-at-home moms, so you're not like getting out of the house, having a lot of adult conversations anymore. Everything you knew about yourself is just like gone. You find yourself in this profound new role where you are responsible for another human life. You know, like that is a heavy, heavy responsibility. You look in the mirror and you're like, well, I've got all this extra weight on me. I've got stretch marks now. My hair's falling out. My nipples are this big. And you just have to become acquainted with this new person that you're looking at in the mirror. It's just becoming a mom is like such an all-encompassing change. I mean, it is just the biggest loss of identity that you can experience, in my opinion. And it can be really hard mentally to deal with all of the emotions that come with watching your body and your appearance change so much. I realize now, after having 2 kids and so I went from a size extra small, pretty much, to a size large. I am developing gratitude for my body. I'm learning reverence for my body. I am so grateful for everything that it has done. It has carried both of my children beautifully. I keep trying to tell myself, you know, like, my body is as soft as it is right now because my babies need a soft, warm hug from their mom. It's just, you're looking at this brand new person in the mirror and you are different on the inside. Like, you are just a completely different person on the inside now. And you're also just completely different on the outside. And you have to get to know yourself all over again. So I'm slowly learning gratitude for my body. I'm grateful for everything it's done for me. Will I ever be a size 2 ever again? Probably not. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. It's okay to mourn the loss of your former self after you have kids, because that's who you were before you knew them. So if you are about to have a baby, or you've just had a baby, or you're thinking about having a baby, it can be a shock to see the changes in your body when you're pregnant and postpartum. It can be really hard to like accept your new image because you feel like that's not you. But when you step into motherhood, you step into a whole new you, a whole new identity. And just like you have to get to know yourself in that role as a mother, you have to get to know yourself on the outside too. If you're having a hard time with your postpartum body image, just know that you are not alone. I'm struggling with you, girl. I'm struggling with you. I'm trying to learn how to dress my new body. I'm learning what I can wear that makes me feel better about my new body. And it's just a journey. It's a slow going journey. Thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you next time.